listening to Undercountry Music with Neil Smith. Digging under the surface, finding the underground country music, news, and interviews, and bringing them to you.
Hello, America and the world. Do you know what just happened? Well, if you did, you probably wouldn't be here, because this is episode 108 of Undercountry Music with Neil Smith. That's me. And guess what? Today I'm going bastard on you. Bastard on you from high atop my podcasting internet broadcasting tower overlooking beautiful Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Actually overlooking a dead tree in my backyard, but don't worry about that, because today we have a band on tour calling in from a Motel 6 because they allow dogs. Here on the line, we've got, and this is the name of their band, not what's happening to them. It's Traveling Broke and Out of Gas. Hello?
Hey.
They're here. Who do we have on the line?
This is Rachel, the Traveling Broke and Out of Gas.
John, the bassist of Traveling Broke Out of Gas. And Cody. And I'm Max.
So we got three of you guys, right? Four?
Yep.
Rachel, Dob, Cody, and Max. The nanny's downstairs. You can.
Awesome. Well, we got you breaking up a little bit there. I think that whoever's really far away from the receiver there, I think there's like a noise reduction feature on the phone you're calling from. So when you get too far away, it cuts you out. So.
All right, I got it in the middle. Let's see if that works.
There you go. All right, now where exactly? Now you're on the Crybaby tour right now. Now where exactly are you calling from?
We're in Biloxi, Mississippi right now, and we're headed.
Why? Why are you in Biloxi, Mississippi? What's there? I mean, did you play to sheep?
No, we were playing on the streets for a little while. We got into a little bar last night because we didn't have a show last night scheduled. And when we don't have a show, we usually go around and see if we can play somewhere. There's one left music.
We made $23 and change.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Now you guys are no strangers to busking, right?
Right.
Because now, doing my research here, you started out as a husband and wife duo busking on street corner. And for those of you who are listening who have no idea what the F busking is, that's when you play your music on a street corner, completely unlicensed, going rogue, and then people throw change and other objects at you.
Yep. Yeah, that's how we started about 8 years ago, Cody and I.
Yeah. We started playing on street corners and whatnot, traveling around the country, just trying to get from one place to another. And in some towns, you're not allowed to do what they call requesting alms, which is meaning basically you're not allowed to ask for food or money or shelter or anything like that. You can essentially. So we created a sign that said "Traveling Broke Out of Gas," and whenever we would get hassled by the cops, we would just say, "Oh, that's the name of our band. We're not begging for anything. We're just stating that that's the name of our band, in case you were curious or whatever." And so that's kind of how the band was born.
Yeah, I tried putting up a sign that said, free sex with supermodels, and that didn't seem to help my career much. Now I know a lot of our artists out there. I actually have no freaking idea, but I'm imagining some of the people who listen, at least one or two of them out there, that get ripped off by these dive bars. They're kind of sitting there scratching their head, going, I wonder how much money I could actually make busking as opposed to letting this bar owner bend me over and shaft me sideways. So I just wondering, can an entertainer get by on busking on the streets?
Most definitely. Especially getting by. Yeah, it really depends on the city. Some cities like Asheville, North Carolina, or Austin, or like New Orleans or Santa Fe or there's certain cities that are really well known for their busking culture, and it's very easy. It's not unheard of for artists to walk away with a few $100, in a few hours. But I will say that busking is a completely different animal than just playing music on the street. I mean, on a stage, for instance, you have to be a lot more engaged with the crowd. You have to be a lot more energetic. You usually have to have some kind of shtick, that sets you apart from the next guy in this corner. Smiling. Yeah, smiling helps.
Yeah. Now, you guys call yourselves, you call your style Bastard Americana. Can you unpack that one for me a little bit here?
Sure. I think it's just basically because a lot of our influences, fall under the Americana umbrella. Like roots music, blues and folk and bluegrass, early country, a little bit of jazz and rock and whatever. So it's
Reggae.
Yeah, reggae, that's whatever. But but I don't know that any one of our songs could be, like tightly packed into any of those genres. I'm sure that somebody could very easily be like, oh, that song is definitely this or whatever. But we draw influences from all sorts of music, and then whatever happens is going to happen. And so it is kind of a bastard child of all the forefathers and mothers of music.
Now, do you guys ever encounter some really dangerous situations on the road? I mean, when you're out there busking and going town to town, in strange places and calling from, Biloxi, Mississippi, where they carve their throats out with a knife and roast them over campfires. Do you ever find yourselves having to hightail it out of places sometimes?
We've been to some weird places on this trip, but really this trip's been pretty mellow. Our last trip, we got stuck in an area we called Bullshit, Illinois, for a couple of days, broke down, and it was kind of scary at times. We had a bunch of meth heads and whatnot, like, stalking us around the town. And
when you're driving around a big school bus, it becomes a big spectacle.
Right. We were following a friend in New Orleans, trying to find a place to park, and he led us down Royal Street in the middle of Mardi Gras. And that was kind of frightening because they weren't very happy that our school bus was in the middle of their parade, and I thought we were going to get tipped over, but...
That is freaking hilarious.
Yeah, I actually took some video of it because it was...
like jump on the bus.
Yeah, I know.
Every time you're looking for vegetable oil to run the thing, have some adventure.
Well, we're gonna get into your adventures with vegetable oil and getting bent over town to town here in just a little bit, because what I was trying to get to with the danger thing and everything, I was trying to be clever and get a nice segue into our first song here, which is from you guys, from Traveling Broken Out of Gas, which is called "Run for Your Lives." You guys ready to kick this off?
Yeah.
All right. Well, here's Traveling Broken Out of Gas here on episode 108 of Undercountry Music. Wow, that is not what your typical country fan listening to the mainstream bro country is probably expecting to hear, is it?
No. It's one of our most popular songs, and we've had it reviewed by random people, and lots of people will call it country or indie rock, or we'll get all kinds of different labels for that song. People try to